A very good evening, everybody, and welcome back again for another DigiTrax challenge. This time it's not the F3 challenge, but it's the MX5 challenge. So we're gonna go for a championship with 9 rounds. We're gonna go all across the globe for the championship this time. It's going to be a good one. Of course, I'm not going to be alone. I'm going to be accompanied this time by my dear colleague Thomas Lasse. Welcome, Thomas.
Hi, thanks for the introduction, Jean. Yeah, very much looking forward towards a new MX5 competition brought to you by DIGITRAQZ, sim racing challenge, sim racing experience center, and yeah, you can buy all your stuff there as well. So very generous of them to set up a bit of a competitive landscape in Belgium. So I'm looking forward.
Yeah, same for me. Same for me. It's the F3 challenge is almost coming to an end. Still one more round to go tomorrow, and then the final round will be at the end of March, I think, the last Monday of March. So 2 more rounds to go. It's been a super exciting challenge so far. Lots of very good battles, both in gold and silver class. So it's been a good pleasure, and it's going to be another good pleasure doing this MX5 challenge for DigiTrax once again.
Yeah, and in the new iRacing patch, sadly, we won't be seeing any difference in the weather because, of course, the MX5 hasn't had the new. Yeah, what is it? Is it the tire model? I'm not sure what is the restriction on which cars get allowed into the wet weather and which don't. But sadly, the MX5 is not yet in that section or in that segment of cars which do have raid. So for now, everything will be dry. Maybe during the season, halfway somewhere, there might be some changes, and maybe iRacing gives us some wet weather spectacle.
Yes, absolutely. But I'm pretty glad they didn't include it in the MX5 so far because I'm not sure my graphics card will run it. I really think I'm gonna have to upgrade. I haven't tested out the rain yet, so
No,
it's going.
they said it's pretty good on the it's pretty safe on the resources. It's not as hungry as, for example, in Assetto Corsa Competizione. I had minimal impact actually when driving in the weather, and of course, yeah, you can make it as pretty as you want, right? So maybe we'll have to turn down the settings a bit, but we'll see. For now, everything is looking great. We're doing the media day because we're also having some changes in settings here at startgrid.tv, of course. We also have our colleague Ronald, who is busy with other things right now, but yeah.
Yeah, such as driving the MX5. We're currently
Exactly.
looking at him. He's already driving the brand new BSRF Belgium Sim Racing Federation livery. So that's another big thing coming up. A national F4 championship with a real license and a pretty big prize as well. So would be a good thing to check it out as well. The broadcast will also be brought by Start Grid TV, of course.
Yeah, very much looking forward towards
So
that collaboration.
lots of good things to watch in the sim racing world nowadays. I think there's been a lot of new things coming up. Oh, that's Kenny Liebert off the track.
Yeah, we're keeping busy, right? Good to see a bit of a revival after maybe a post-corona dip in the sim racing activity, but the hardcore fans still remain, and we see a lot of names which we already have seen, of course, in the Belgian sim racing scene. And for example, in the virtual bell car, which I think will be discontinued. I'm not sure. Maybe Jean, you can enlighten me.
I think there's a massive drift from Hans Poelmans into the first corner. As a virtual Belker, I think there's just a little break, giving Ronald some time to do some proper racing as well. Then that's also the reason why he's joining the MX5 league. I think he's enjoying the driving himself as well, and he's pretty hard to keep out of an MX5. I think he's done a lot of MX5 leagues before, so I guess there is going to be some good performances from him as well in this league.
Yeah, he's still a racer. Sometimes we forget with all the organization stuff that he has to occupy himself with. Many thanks for that, of course. But of course, he also wants to get behind the wheel from time to time. So good to see Ronald in the competition indeed.
Yes, absolutely.
Times are a bit spread out, but of course it's only a practice session, as you can tell.
Exactly.
By our
The times don't count tonight. It's all about showing your brand new livery, and that's what some of these guys really are doing. Here's Nick de Beek from DIGITRAQZ himself, driving around in the colors of DIGITRAQZ, the lime green and black.
Makes me think a bit of Lando Norris's color with the helmet and so on. He also uses that kind of green yellowish cool color, definitely.
Absolutely. I see that the team names don't pop up in the
that's why we call it a media day.
So I'm going to try and fix that.
That's why we call it a media day, so we can still get our stuff in order, because of course at stargrid.tv we do everything. So a bit of shameless self-promotion maybe. If you were considering starting up a league, of course you can always come by and inform with us, because we do everything, so from visuals to the broadcast. A bit of a shameless self-plug, but hey. I haven't driven the MX5 in a long time, actually. I did so in Assetto Corsa, because they also have the low fuel motor sport stuff. Also some kind of competitive leagues that they set up, which actually was pretty cool. So I got into those, but it's a completely different sim, actually. For example, the curbs are much rougher and so on, as we see Nick flying over the curbs, try and shave off as much time as possible. But for some reason, no time yet, I think, by Nick. Maybe because of off tracks.
Yeah, no time yet, indeed.
Not sure.
He's been trying out some stuff, probably maybe changing setups once in a while.
Yeah. But yeah, I myself should also start driving a bit more again in iRacing. So after all, the competitive system and the penalty system and so on, it's something that you don't encounter anywhere else. This is, in my opinion, a favorite sim for competitive racing. Although they should update the Circuit Zolder track maybe, because the VT4 logo right before we go up the hill after the chicane, that's no longer there, because the VT4 for our English viewers or international viewers is a Belgian broadcast or a Belgian TV channel, and they have stopped existing a long time ago, just like Fleet.tv, or I'm not sure which other sponsors are on there.
They still exist, but I'm not sure if they are still at the track as a sponsor.
And the windmills, of course, we've seen Circuit Zolder going much greener over the past few years. And they have put down some massive windmills, but that's not from Zolder themselves, I think, but across the canal. Normally, if you're driving on the start grid, or how you want to call it, you can see the windmills up ahead across the canal. But they also have a massive solar park, Circuit Zolder, in the first couple of turns on the inside. But yeah, I don't know how often they update their tracks, because Francorchamps, I think the scan is from 2012, so that's also a bit outdated.
Yes, it is.
They still have the red and white curbs there instead of the red and yellows. But now that they've redone Radeon, maybe they should update it, because the runoff area is much better now, as you all know. Might help with the 24 hours of Spa on iRacing, so that not almost half of the field crashes. But right now we're looking at our MX5 challenge by DIGITRAQZ, of course. So let's stick with that. Still looking at Nick de Beek, kicking up some dust there in T1. But we see more and more drivers still joining on in on our session. I'm curious to see if someone will try and push out some qualifying laps, and maybe we'll get a bit of a competition going, even though it's only a training session. Curious to see how this session will evolve, of course.
Yeah, meanwhile I'm still figuring out the theme stuff. I'll join you back in a bit.
And as we approach the final hairpin, that's also a part of the circuit where we have some new stuff going on in real life. They're building a, what even is the English word? I think it's a velodrome, not sure. But basically a massive...
I think it's finished.
Oh yeah, so a massive indoor cycling, stadium, I would say. I'm not sure how internationally known the sport is, but you have road cycling and I think it's indoor cycling. I'm not much of a cycling fan myself, so I can't fill you in on the details. All I know that is that it's crazy scary because the turns are banked. So if you really want to get some speed, some of the cyclists are way up high. I haven't seen it since it's been finished, or since they started. Last time I was at Solder, it was still under construction, so I should go there again with the new season coming up in real life as well. A bit more of a conservative approach towards chicane then. Maybe I can take the control and maybe we can switch drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Because now we have Ronald.
Sure, give me 1 second.
No.
I'll switch now. Might be a short freeze, but should be fine. I'm figuring it out. Should be fixed in a bit.
Yeah, because now we have ooh, I think Nick was distracted with what we were doing. He went off the track there. But even though the name says Ronald, it definitely was Nick with the lime green livery we just said as Ronald's passes by on the right side of our screen. And I think something's wrong with the camera selection, because I can see that it says connection state is disconnected, so maybe there are some technical difficulties. Let me just...
Did you switch to broadcaster?
No, it says commentator. and copy broadcast, but
Yeah,
I think
you
I
should
should,
change that.
let me just be right back in 1 minute or in 30 seconds. We'll be right back. And I think we should be back. We are back.
Alright then. For us, it's also a good opportunity to test out some stuff. Just like the other guys here, Kenny Liebert from KGL Creation Lab, also one of the sponsors of the MX5 challenge. Jarno Loret joined the pack as well. Has been driving in lots of other leagues as well.
Yeah, and Ronald set the fastest time so far. Curious to see how that time will stand up, because yes, it is a media day, but don't you want to finish first on a media day? I would want to finish first on a media day, Jean.
Yeah, it's always... you never want to give in though,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So curious to see if
Ronald
someone...
crossing the line once again. Let's see if he is going to set a better time than he did last round. Just not his best, but...
No, I think...
that almost sounds like a Tokyo Drift. Hans Pullman's also joining the track once again.
in second
He
place.
really wanted that screen time.
Yeah, in second place. So maybe Hans, who was probably also watching. Hans, if you're watching, give us a flash or something so that we know. And chase Ronald. Maybe we'll see some competition. Also with their brand new livery, the Flemish Sport team. And Hans, who we also see in basically every competition there is, I think.
Maybe he needs the time in a simulator to escape his wife or something.
Exactly.
I don't know.
And then we have a driver from the Netherlands as well. I don't know all the nationalities by heart. Should definitely look them up before we go start our first round. But of course, the leagues are not exclusive to Belgium. So if you are an international watcher and you also want to participate, oops, with a big slide. You also want to participate in the future, maybe challenges or races or competitions that DIGITRAQZ sets up. They have a Discord where you can join, and they will notify you of any shenanigans going on. As we see someone else going off in the background as well.
I think they're really enjoying themselves tonight.
Exactly. Hans has been practicing that all week, I think, just to show off. Well, one thing we know for sure. One thing we know for sure is that he won't break Ronald's time that way. So. Jarno Loret with his first time of this session. Number 2 and 3 very close, 4 and 5 close as well, within a tenth of each other. So if that's what we can come to expect of the race itself, then we're bound to see some very good racing.
Absolutely, I think I'm going to enjoy myself quite a lot. It's going to be a quite a long championship, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty spread out, huh? So they're the same schedule-ish, I think, as the Formula 3 challenge. Where we
I can go. I have it in front of me. I can go over it. If you want.
Maybe it's interesting.
So there's 9 rounds. Each round consists of 2 sprint races, and the first round will be this Wednesday, the 13th of March, at Circuit Zolder. Then in April we go to Zandvoort, In May, we will be at Brands Hatch in the UK. And then it's all the way to Watkins Glen in the US. Then to Knockhill, Sebring, Alton Park in October. November, Long Beach. And then the ultimate round will be at Laguna Seca for the final.
I'm looking forward to Knockhill. I've done there a touring car championship. I've had a round on Knockhill as well, and it's quite a challenging. A bit too much curb by Ronald. Trying to take it airborne, but Knockhill.
Some new drivers joining the track. Sorry for the interruption. I just saw Ivan Sande join. That's a driver I just when we had the small interruption, I still had to add him because it was added like I think 30 minutes ago.
Okay.
So he's one of the newest additions to the championship. So that means we will have 22 drivers at the start on coming Wednesday. Manu de Weert also joining the media day.
I think Manu is also from DigiTraQZ, so I think he's still. Oh no, he drives with a different livery, a different DigiTraQZ livery.
He's driving this championship for Simware.eu, but they're pretty closely connected, so that's why he has both of the logos on his livery.
There we go, Jean with the insider info as usual.
At your service.
We see a new fastest lap by Hans Poelmans, 64.6, so shaving off half a second of his time. I think he took that as a personal. He took that a bit personal that I said he can't beat Ronald's time like that.
But he did.
But he did.
Almost 4/10 faster. That's a pretty good.
A statement.
Pretty good move. Yeah.
And now we see Ronald in the slipstream, of course, so maybe Ronald can pick up some time that way. And maybe we do have a battle coming. Take it completely airborne. I wouldn't want to be a mechanic on that car after 20 laps on that curb. But in real life they are brutal as well. Of course.
Absolutely. I think they're pretty fun to drive in real life as well. And that's probably an underestimation.
Yeah, I know Hans bought one himself, an MX5 in real life, so probably that's why he's also...
Yep, same for me.
There you go. So maybe you guys could go have a track day and we can have a real live broadcast of some MX5 action on Circuit Zolder, some promo material.
Absolutely.
But I'm curious.
I found a fix. No, I just keep talking. I'll be with you in 1 minute.
Yeah.
One
we
more
see
thing I have to do.
Ronald Mons, as I expected or as I predicted, in that slipstream of Hans, improving on that time, even closing the gap a bit. And we actually have a bit of a race on our hands. Now, of course, Hans will try and one-up that previous lap time. But don't underestimate the slipstream on Zolder here on the back straight towards the chicane. You have a massive toe. And with these underpowered cars, you get quite a lot of gains. Ronald backing out. And then we should probably swap cameras.
Yep, we should. Let's go back to Hans. Oh, Simon van Dijk also with a very fast lap. He's on his out lap right now, so he's probably going to attack on the next one.
And that's also a driver from the Netherlands, so there are multiple drivers from both Belgium and the Netherlands. I'm not sure if we have some other neighboring entries, because of course we have in the Belgian iRacing scene, if I can call it like that, For the virtual bell card, we have Tortulo, who's, I think he's a Japanese driver, so not sure how he found us, but we do have some international Hans with a bit of a scrape.
Oof. Ah, yes, now it's fixed, so you can see the team name at the bottom.
There
That's
you
a bit
go.
easier. If they have a team name, of course. There's some privateers as well, so.
Yeah, maybe we can run through the field again. Here we see the boys from DIGITRAQZ chasing each other. We have Yves van Zande. And the car in front is the 777.
I think that's Nick de Beek. Oh, and that's a spin from Yves van Zande.
Caught in 4K.
Could have been a commentator's curse, maybe.
Yeah, caught in 4K anyways.
Yep, he was.
And then of course we already mentioned Kenny Liebert. I think we've already gone through, with also big airtime. Maybe Pepermans, not sure if we've already seen.
Yeah, he was already on
there we go.
broadcast as
Yes.
well. I still see Peter Goossens in pit lane, but he hasn't come out of the pit lane so far. Ronald Mons took back the fastest time and then straight went to pit lane. So I think that's an even better statement. He has confidence that Hans won't beat this time again, but I'm not so sure about that because Hans still not giving in. Oh,
drifting about. The times are getting closer anyways. We see that some sideways action. That's too much.
Yeah.
That's a bit too much.
Nice donut though. He's really having fun, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe getting a little bit frustrated from Roland Mons' move. Maybe it's a good time to test the replays as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's the first contact with the wall, I think, that we saw when he entered that drift. As we see, basically a repeat of what we just saw.
Yep. Camera wasn't perfect for my... Let me change camera for the replay as well.
Kindly providing a tow to the DIGITRAQZ driver behind.
A off track from Kenny Liebert. Let's have a quick look to test it out again. Oh, a little bit wide in T1
wide.
there. Yeah, into the gravel.
Kept too much
Gravel is
speed.
better now though, and the grass.
It's less slippery, you mean?
A couple of updates ago.
Oh.
It slows you down a bit more.
Yeah, if you got caught on the grass.
Skatey.
Yeah, if you got caught on the grass, then it was basically like driving on ice. Even the gravel traps themselves were like driving on ice. Which, of course, if you're at speed, is also a bit the case. You can skip over the loose stones if you hit them at the wrong or right angle, depending on how you look at it.
Let's see if you can have a good lap time in the slipstream behind Hans Poelmans. Not yet, but maybe this might be the lap. Oh, that's wide from Hans Poelmans. Nice save though.
Yeah, I think he's still drifting about. Those tires will wish upon the sweet release of death once Hans is done with them.
I think this lap will become the highlight of the media day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Hans not giving up. And Nick de Beek trying to break the slipstream, but that's not going to work. Hans is going to wait though. It's a very difficult place to make a move around here. not ideal as well.
With a better exit though.
I
Trying to
think they're
warm.
really pushing each other to its limits.
Still warming the tires after 5 laps, I think.
Oh,
Judging by.
that's a mistake from Nick, and that's a crash. The boys are having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's all fun and games, but when this happens on Wednesday, I don't think anyone will be happy.
No, I don't think they will be driving like that either, weaving left and right. No, we need
Absolutely,
race control.
That behavior will be punished.
Yeah, definitely.
Oof, and another tail whip from Hans Poelmans.
We see De Weer joining the party as well now, in the background, keeping a bit of distance. Maybe.
Make the back straight into pit lane.
Yeah, let's say the aero will be a bit suboptimal for that car.
Alright, I think everything is tested from my end. I'm not sure if you still want to try out some stuff, otherwise
I think we should be good to go.
I propose that we close off the evening and enjoy the rest of the Sunday evening, and then we will see each other again on Wednesday.
Yeah, appointments. Next time we see each other is on Wednesday, and the timing was, I think, at 8:15. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jean. That we start with the stream.
The qualifying will be at 8:10.
Yeah.
And the first race will start at 8:30.
Yeah, so we should start at 15 minutes after the hour, I think. So they already have 5 minutes of qualifying, which won't be broadcasts, but of course the whole race will be viewable here on startgrid.tv, and we will be gladly hosting the DIGITRAQZ MX5 challenge. That's me, Thomas, and my colleague Jean.
Cheers. See you on Wednesday.
Yes.